Hello, friends. Let's embark on a journey through the annals of ancient African kingdoms, each weaving its unique story of power, culture, and legacy. From the majestic pyramids of ancient Egypt to the bustling trade hubs of Mali and Ghana, we'll explore 10 extraordinary African kingdoms that shaped the continent's history and left an indelible mark on civilization. Number 1. The Benin Empire. The Benin Empire, rooted in present-day Nigeria, thrived from the 13th to the 19th century. Renowned for its skilled artisans, it produced exquisite bronze artifacts coveted by European traders. Benin's culture revolved around rich oral traditions and vibrant festivals, reflecting its societal cohesion. The empire amassed wealth through trade in ivory, palm oil, and slaves, controlling key trade routes. Under the rule of Oba Iwuare the Great, the Kingdom of Benin experienced its peak in power and expansion. Notably, he enhanced the capital, modern-day Benin City, by fortifying it with imposing walls. This era marked the zenith of Benin's monarch's authority, with elaborate rituals demonstrating reverence such as human sacrifices. Artisans from the Benin Kingdom were revered for their craftsmanship, excelling in various mediums like brass, wood, and ivory. Particularly renowned were their bas-relief sculptures, notably plaques depicting historical events and life-sized head sculptures characterized by naturalistic features. Ivory carvings, including masks and salt cellars for European trade, were also among their esteemed creations. Number 2. The Oyo Empire. The Oyo Empire emerged as a dominant force in West Africa during the 14th century, reaching its zenith in the 17th and 18th centuries. Known for its centralized political system, Oyo expanded its territory through conquest and maintained control over lucrative trade routes. Oyo emerged as the primary hub of the trans-Saharan trade, facilitating exchanges in various commodities like salt, leather, horses, kola nuts, ivory, cloth, and slaves. Skilled in craft making and ironwork, the Yoruba of metropolitan Oyo contributed significantly to the empire's economic prosperity. Additionally, Oyo amassed wealth through taxes imposed on tributaries, such as the Kingdom of Dahomey, yielding substantial revenue estimated at $14 million annually. At the helm of the Oyo Empire was the Oba, known as the Alaafin of Oyo, meaning owner of the palace in Yoruba. As the supreme overlord, the Alaafin held pivotal responsibilities, including ensuring the safety of tributaries, resolving internal conflicts among sub-rulers, and mediating disputes between sub-rulers and their subjects. In exchange for his protection, sub-rulers paid homage to the Alaafin and renewed their allegiance annually at ceremonial gatherings. Number 3. The Kingdom of Aksum. The ancient Kingdom of Aksum, which thrived in Ethiopia from the 1st century CE, was a major empire of its own. Known for its wealth and control over vast trade routes, Aksum played a significant role in linking the Roman Empire to the Middle East and India. Its capital city, also named Aksum, was a bustling metropolis with a large population. Aksum was renowned for its impressive monuments and written scripts, as well as for spreading the Christian religion throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Under the leadership of King Ezana I, Aksum expanded its territory through warfare, conquering the city-state of Meroe in present-day Sudan. Additionally, in the 6th century, King Caleb led a successful expedition across the Red Sea to subdue the Yemenites, who became vassals of Aksum for several decades. The military campaign was supported by the Roman Emperor in Byzantium, partly in response to Yemen's persecution of Christians. Number 4. The Kingdom of Kush. The kingdom of Kush, often overlooked in favor of its Egyptian neighbors, stood as a formidable power in Africa for over a millennium. Flourishing in the second millennium BC, this ancient Nubian empire controlled a vast territory along the Nile River in present-day Sudan. Egyptian records reveal Kush as an economic hub renowned for its trade in valuable commodities such as ivory, incense, iron, and notably gold. Kush was the primary source of gold for the Egyptians, with Nubia possibly derived from the Egyptian word for gold, nub. Alternatively, it may have originated from the people known as the Noba or Nuba who inhabited the region. Referred to as Ta-Nehesi, the land of the black people, by the Egyptians, Greek and Roman writers called it Ethiopia, land of the burnt-faced persons, due to the indigenous people's dark skin. Arab tribes referred to it as Bilad al-Sudan, land of the blacks. However, these designations may have varied in reference to the entire region. Number 5. Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt reigned supreme in the Mediterranean world for nearly 30 centuries, from its unification around 3100 BC until its conquest by Alexander the Great in 332 BC. Its legacy, from the grand pyramids of the Old Kingdom to the military conquests of the New Kingdom, has fascinated archaeologists and historians alike, giving rise to the field of Egyptology. The ancient Egyptians achieved numerous feats, including innovative quarrying, surveying, and construction techniques that enabled the creation of monumental structures like pyramids, temples, and obelisks. They also developed advancements in mathematics, medicine, irrigation, and agriculture, as well as the construction of planked boats. Egyptian faience and glasses, along the contributions to literature and earlier known peace treaty with Hittites, further underscored their remarkable achievements. Number 6. The Kingdom of Ghana. The Kingdom of Ghana, located in present-day Mauritania and Mali, rose to prominence from the 8th to the 11th century. Renowned for its gold and salt trade, Ghana's wealth attracted traders across North Africa and Mediterranean. Its culture was influenced by Islam, evidenced by its mosques and scholarly institutions. Ghana's position as a trading hub facilitated its economic prosperity and cultural exchange. Most of our knowledge about ancient Ghana, properly known as Ouagadougou, comes from the accounts of Arab travelers. These travelers used the title Ghana, given to the kings of Ouagadougou, to describe the rich and enigmatic land they encountered. Ghana's history stretches back to the 4th century, though it was not until several centuries later that it emerged as a recognized state under the Soninke tribe. These early leaders were pivotal in strengthening Ouagadougou and expanding its territory. By 1000 BCE, Ghana has strategically expanded its control over the land between the Upper Niger and Senegal rivers, a region abundant in gold. This expansion positioned Ghana as a dominant player in the Trans-Saharan trade network. The king, also referred to as the Ghana or war chief, held supreme authority. His responsibilities included serving as the commander-in-chief of a well-organized army, overseeing all trade activities and administering justice throughout the kingdom. He appointed mayors, civil servants, councillors, and ministers to help manage the state's affairs, but he maintained ultimate control over all aspects of governance. Number 7. The Mali Empire. During the 13th to 17th centuries, the Mali Empire flourished in West Africa under the leadership of King Sundiata Keita. Sundiata unified several Malinke kingdoms near the upper Niger River, establishing a powerful empire protected by a formidable army and strategically positioned along trade routes. Mali's expansion was fueled by abundant gold and salt resources, and it became renowned for its cultural and intellectual achievements, particularly in the city of Timbuktu, a center of knowledge and Islamic faith. After Sundiata Keita's death around 1255, Mali's rulers bore the title Mansa. One notable emperor, Sakura, ascended to power in 1285 and significantly expanded the empire's territory. Mansa Musa, who took the throne around 1312, became one of Mali's most famous rulers. His renowned pilgrimage to Mecca from 1324 to 1326, during which he distributed generous gifts and lavishly spent gold, caused significant inflation in Egypt. Despite Mali's remarkable achievements, poor leadership eventually led to the empire's decline in power and influence. Number 8. The Dahomey Kingdom. In the 1720s, the Kingdom of Dahomey rose to prominence by conquering coastal kingdoms of Alada and Wida, establishing itself as a major regional power. Controlling these vital coastal cities, Dahomey became a significant player in the Atlantic slave trade until the British blockade in 1852 halted the trade. Subsequent wars with the French culminated in French colonization in 1894. Despite French rule, the influence of Dahomey's royal families and administrative positions persisted, shaping the politics of the French administration and the post-independence Republic of Dahomey, renamed Benin in 1975. The kingdom's historiography has reverberated far beyond African history, serving as a backdrop for numerous novels and plays. Throughout the 19th century, Dahomey emerged as a key regional state, breaking away from its tributary status to the Oyo Empire. European visitors extensively documented its organized domestic economy, international trade, and diplomatic relations, as well as its centralized administrative and military prowess. Notable features included impressive artwork, the renowned all-female military unit called the Dahomey Amazons, and the elaborate religious practices of voodoo. Dahomey's growth paralleled the expansion of the Atlantic slave trade, leading to its reputation as a major supplier of slaves to Europeans. With its militaristic society and constant readiness for warfare, Dahomey engaged in conflicts with neighboring nations and actively participated in the slave trade, exchanging captives for European goods. Additionally, captives within Dahomey faced servitude on royal plantations or became victims of human sacrifice during the annual customs of Dahomey festival celebrations. Number 9. The Mapungubwe Kingdom. Mapungubwe, an Iron Age settlement and kingdom in northern South Africa near the Limpopo River, thrived from the 11th to the 13th century CE, possibly marking Southern Africa's earliest state. Its name, meaning stone monument or hill of the jackal, reflects its large stone structures and prosperous landscape, conducive to cattle herding and trade in copper, ivory, and gold. Archaeologists believe Mapungubwe was the first class-based society in Southern Africa, with distinct hierarchies separating leaders from the populace. Its architecture and spatial organization reveal early signs of sacred leadership. Life in Mapungubwe revolved around family and agriculture, with designated areas for rituals, household activities, and social gatherings. Cattle, a symbol of wealth, were kept in kraals near residences. Despite the absence of written records, the kingdom's societal structure and lifestyle are inferred from its architectural remnants, providing valuable insight into ancient African civilizations. Number 10 and the last, the Songhai Empire. Spanning the 15th and 16th centuries, was one of Africa's largest empires. Led by the Songhai people, it rose to power under rulers like Soni Ali and Asker the Great. Established in the Sahel, its capital, Gayo, flourished alongside Timbuktu and Djenné, key trade hubs. Initially ruled by the Soni dynasty, it later transitioned to the Asker dynasty. Expanding from Gayo, the empire stretched across modern-day Senegal, Gambia, Nigeria, and Niger. Gayo, adorned with Gayo Mosque and Tomb of Asker, served as the empire's heart, while Timbuktu and Djenné were vital cultural and commercial centers. Founded around the 800 AD, Gayo became Songhai's capital in the 11th century under Diakosoi's reign. As Songhai thrived, the Malian Empire incorporated it into its expanding domain, shaping the rich history of West Africa. Known for its military might, the Songhai Empire reached its zenith under Soni Ali, surpassing even the Mali Empire in area wealth and power. However, internal strife and external pressures led to its eventual decline. Despite its fall, the legacy of the Songhai Empire endures, leaving an indelible mark on the history and culture of Africa.